I just hope you have planned everything sufficiently, Felix, so that we may move quickly this time.
Oh, but Your Highness, I thought you yourself said that patience was a virtue.
This is a time for action, Felix. Now, there can be no mistakes.
Relax, everything is on schedule.
Look, I want no problems like we encountered at the airport.
There will be no problems.
I will make sure that everything is correct. It will not take but a moment.
Somewhere the hopes of a nation ride with us.
Nancy and I grew up on Mother's farm, just 2 miles south of here. Even the smells are familiar.
I don't know. You've got to remember that I'm a city boy. Or in the country means either getting poison ivy or lost, whichever comes first.
Somewhere over there is a big oak tree with Jimmy Loves Terry, 1957 carved on it.
Jimmy Loves Terry.
It's funny, isn't it? Scott came along, now I can't remember Jimmy's last name. That deserted airstrip is pretty close to here. If they landed anywhere, it would almost have to be there. Dave, please be careful.
I promise.
There you go.
Thanks, Ernie.
Well, would you look what the cat dragged in? If it isn't Julie Andrews. Where you been keeping yourself? In a convent or something?
It's not funny, Ernie.
Hey, how you been, Paula? Or should I ask, how's tricks,
Oh,
huh?
jeez, pipe down, will you?
Well, it's been some time since you've been in here. A couple of months or so, I mean, half a year maybe. Of course, you probably have a whole different way of measuring the days.
Cut it, Ernie. I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh. Oh, I should have guessed. From your clothes and your hair. What are you doing? Teaching Sunday school or something?
Actually, I've had a couple of real good breaks. See, a modeling agent saw some pictures of me, and I've been working for him. Modeling sessions, you know?
Mm-hmm. With or without your clothes on?
It's totally legit. Oh, I could care less whether or not you believe me.
Okay. So why'd you come in here? You're not gonna hassle anybody, I hope?
Believe me, normally I try to shun trashy places like this. But I just thought it would be a trip to see a few of the old faces, with the exception of yours, of course. But, you know, people like Russ Weaver.
What? You want to get him involved with your highfalutin modeling
Look,
stuff
just
now?
forget it and give me a drink.
Sure. Hey, what are you gonna have? A Shirley Temple?
A white wine spritzer, please, if you know how to make it.
Touché. I'll try. Of course, most people that come in a sleazy place like this, you know, they just bite off the top of the bottle and drink it straight.
Finally, you tell me a real joke. But, really, have you seen Russ?
So you did come here with a purpose.
I'd just like to see him again, I guess.
I don't know. He hasn't been in a couple of weeks.
Well, where is he?
I don't keep a notebook, okay? When he comes in here, he sips his drink, maybe throws a few darts, minds his own business.
You don't know anything, then.
Look, if it's any help, I might know where he is.
Mr. Carpenter, Mr. Redland insisted upon seeing you.
You better have a pretty good reason for being here.
I do.
That'll be all, Mrs. Lucas. I can take care of this.
The paper would like to get a comment from you about the Dar Slum Bible.
What could you possibly want that you couldn't have already gotten from the police?
Look, Mr. Carpenter, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for both of us.
All right, I'll give you 5 minutes.
Okay. Now, what effect does the theft of this Bible, what is it going to have on the upcoming museum auction?
Well, it's much too early to tell. I would have thought that you could have figured that out.
And you know what efforts are being made to recover the Bible? Are there any rewards or anything like that being put up for the Bible?
Why don't you ask important questions, Redland? Jeremy Lancelot and Dr. Dave Phillips, it was through their carelessness that...
So are you saying that they're the blame, Mr.
Yes,
Carpenter?
I am, and you can print that. And there's something else, too. Did you know that Lance and Jeremy were twins?
Yes, I knew that.
Well, make sure that you indicate there that it was through Jeremy's careless mishandling of the Bible that this whole tragic incident took place.
I take it that you're not aware that Jeremy and Dave Phillips went down to the airport to try and recover this Bible from the thieves.
Now, what possible difference does that make when it's stolen? None!
All right, great, fine. Do you have anything else you'd like to say before I leave?
Excuse me.
Mr.
Listen, I'm sorry to barge in on you like
And
this,
I
but
don't want to hear any of your excuses either.
Listen,
although
I have
you might have some explaining to do to this man.
I've got some bad news for you.
What is it?
It's Lance. He's escaped from prison.
I just wanted to let you know that I've decided to hire you that assistant that we talked about the other day.
You what?
Look, I know we mentioned something about it.
No. I specifically said that I was going to hire you an assistant. Do you remember?
Ron, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
You want to tell him who the new assistant's gonna be?
Yeah, because I'm dying to hear, Ron.
He's someone who's too incompetent to be in charge of anything.
Listen to that. He's gonna give him to me. Isn't that great?
All right, so why don't you just come on out with it? Tell me who this new assistant is.
All right, Lance. From now on, this is the order of the house. Russ reports to me, and you report to him.
Not on your life.
You better watch your choice of words. Disciplinary action is part of this organization, too, and I may just take that as insubordination.
Look, Ron, man, you can't expect me to take orders from this guy. I've been with you for years.
And you'll still do as he says, until I see a more reliable Lance evolve. Is that clear?
I don't deserve this, man.
You've been a liability, Lance. And if you become an asset, maybe we'll talk about it later.
You just planned all along, didn't you, buddy, huh? You and your old man.
No, I didn't. You earned this position all by yourself.
Shut up. You can forget about it, because I'm not going to be your little boy.
Well, the choice is up to you, Lance. Either you follow Russ's orders or you wind up like your friend, Blue Nobles.
There you go.
Okay. Wait a minute. Maybe you ought to put it back where you had it the first time.
Has Lori been giving you lessons on how to do this?
Well, you want it perfect, don't you? I mean, it is your award from the AMA.
Yeah, it certainly is. At least they spelled my name right. Here, can you do that? I'm not really sure what it means or even what it's worth.
Boy, I look at you, and I am reminded of my little Danny on so many Christmas mornings. Somehow, after all that wishing and hoping, actually getting the present seemed like such a letdown.
It's a nice try, Lucille.
Well, you're tight.
I know, thank you, that's fine. You know, I'm just not so sure that I got everything I ever wanted.
Well, you got a lot. Nancy dropped the lawsuit. Dave Phillips has been set free.
Yes, I know all that, but it certainly hasn't helped business around here.
Well, that'll pick up. I know it will. And the contributions will pick up, and you know it.
Well, what I know is that we've been living in a dream world for way too long. You see, the fact is people don't like a loser. And even though Dave and I have both been proven right, contributors are as fickle as the wind. And once you mess up, they just move on to somebody that they feel is a winner.
Mm-hmm. Well, that may be. But that's not what's really bothering you, is it? I mean, we've been through worse storms than this in the clinic. We'll make it. It's you I'm worried about.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. When did you switch from nursing to psychology?
I don't have to be Sigmund Freud to know there's something stirring inside you.
All right, I'll tell you what, you got me here on the couch. What else do you see?
Okay, you want to know what I think's wrong with you?
Sure. But you want me to go get your crystal ball, or do you want to play this straight?
I think the other night when you got all gussied up in your tie and tuxedo to get your award, that you had your eyes open just a little bit.
How do you mean?
Well, you pulled your car in between all those fancy foreign sports jobs and went inside and made small talk with all those doctors making at least 10 times more a year than you're making here. And while they were talking about their investments and their latest trip to Pebble Beach, you couldn't help thinking just a little bit, what am I doing down there in that forsaken place? Want me to go on?
Is that them?
It sure is.
Okay, we spotted them. Let's go get the police. What? Dave, come on. They've got guns. It's all of them against us.
Carry the Bible.
Dave, come on, please. Let's just get out of here and go to the car and get the authorities.
No, it's too late for that. They're getting ready to leave. Everything's now ready, Princess.
Do not look now, either of you, but it appears as if we have company.
Where?
There, by the edge of the forest.
Perhaps the same two foolish Americans at the airport.
Perhaps, or perhaps not. But do not worry about it. I will take care of it.
What do you mean Lance escaped? When?
It was 2 days ago. Sergeant Brubaker just told me.
Well, what do you expect with incompetents like Brubaker running things?
Wait a minute. Brubaker had nothing to do with that. Now, Lance was in prison, not in the city jail.
He escaped in a laundry truck.
Miriam, she should have been notified before anybody.
No, she was informed. I ran into her at the police station.
Oh. The place must be a madhouse down there now.
It is. First the Dar es Salaam Bible, now my brother. Brubaker sent most of his men looking for Lance, but nobody's turned up anything yet.
Well, listen, do you have any idea where your brother might be?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Redlin. Do you always have to think of the story for your blasted paper?
It's okay. It's all right. I don't know where he is. I wish I did. I was just getting people to trust me around here and accept me for who I am. But if I know Lance, he's going to be up to no good.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that, because if he's on the run, more than likely he's going to keep a low profile.
Well, that isn't difficult if you're a snake.
Jeremy, what about the people that took the Bible? I mean, do you have any idea where they might be?
No, but I intend to find out.
Well, now, how could you possibly recover the Bible?
Well, Dr. Phillips and Mrs. Davidson are already following a lead. I can help them. There was a forest ranger who reported seeing a plane in the area where Mrs. Davidson grew up. They're already out there looking for them.
Well, now I've heard everything. That's just like catching the wind. You know, it's fascinating listening to you two go on like this, but don't you both have something better to do?
I don't know if I've helped you any, but I'm on my way to Castaway Barn. If you'd like to join me, I'd be more than glad to help you with anything.
Well, I don't have the time right now. I've got to get back and get this story.
You're absolutely right. I love being at that awards banquet. I love feeling like I'm the best at something again. Like when I used to play sports and when I was elected to offices in college. And Lori, when I looked at her, she was dressed prettier than I've ever seen her. And it made me wish so much that I could give her more, that I could give her the best of things and not have to scrimp and save.
Don't be fooled. I mean, dream if you want to. But those high society types can be awful hollow. You know it.
You want to know something?
What?
The only difference between those people and the people that come in this clinic is they smell like French cologne, expensive scotch, and the people that come in this clinic smell like body odor and cheap wine. And you know, Lucille, when you get down to it, they both need help.
Uh-huh. But I bet you'd like a little fresh aroma for a change, wouldn't you?
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Promise I won't tell.
Tell? There's nothing to hide. Lori knows what I'm going through. You see, Lucille, when I was growing up, I was the one that everybody looked up to. In high school, in college, even my own family. I was the kid that other parents pointed to. I was the model. People expected me to be on top, to be the best, to have the best. And here I am, stuck in a ghetto, taking care of bag ladies and winos.
You need to talk to Dave. He tasted that high life for several years. And that's why he's here now.
I know, and this clinic was my dream for years, but now, I don't know.
Well, just remember one thing. The most rewarding thing any doctor can do is help people.
Yeah.
Come on, you told me, you knew something about Russ Weaver.
Now, wait a minute. I said I might know where he is.
Are you his friend?
Not really. You might say that we've got some mutual friends.
Well, do you know anything about him?
He doesn't have a job that I know of. He does do some volunteer work over at the Chesterfield Clinic, though.
Yeah, go on.
And I know that he's out of town for a couple of weeks.
Where did he go?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. Why don't you just leave a note in his mailbox? You know where he lives, don't you?
Oh, yeah, sure. I was over there for a party once, but I was a little stoned, you know. Isn't it a townhouse by the mall, the end one?
Right, that's the place. Why don't you just leave a note? He's probably back by now anyway.
Yeah, sure. I might stop by there, you know, for a drink and a laugh. Thanks.
Sure.
Lance, I told you I'd meet you at the cabin cruiser. Didn't you trust me?
Why are they changing planes?
Greater range, I suppose. No tell if they take off, we'll never see that Bible again. Hey, he spotted us. We better split up. I'll try to lead him away from you.
Stand up. Now. So, Dr. Phillips, we meet again.
Lance, what is the matter? Did you think I'd try to run or something? Jeez, and what's with this preppy routine and the bandage and glasses? That's supposed to be a disguise? Lance, are you nuts?
No, let's blow this joint. You know the way back to the cabin cruiser?
Well, sure, you gave me the directions. I can drive.
Yeah, that's right. I guess I've been cooped up so long I don't even know. I don't remember.
Look, no sweat. I can drive.
Good.
Look, anyway, I got the information you need to know to catch up with Russ Weaver later, okay?
please try to understand. I think it's time you and I talked about this.
On the contrary, it's about time that you died.
Lance, what do you mean, what $100 bill? You're not going to back out on me after I make 2 trips to town for you.
Of course not. You know I never break my promises.